White Sox are winning. They're 3 outs away from winning a baseball game. This team being even close to winning a game nowadays is as rare as a child actor turning out okay as an adult. I mean, things were going pretty smooth against a very hot Royals team. Good timely hitting, good pitching, but then the bottom of the ninth began, and the White Sox took a hard look in the mirror and remembered who they are. We're not good, whatever that word means. We're bad.
When I say bad, I mean Michael Jackson bad.
Thank you, Chef.
You know how he looked really, really bad at the end of his life?
They immediately walk Mark Canha to start the ninth, so that alone is asking for trouble, just walking the first hitter, and so is this.
Oh, no. Oh, look at the top of his head. Look at his lips.
Trying to catch a baseball with your face isn't the most ideal way to do that. I get, yeah, the White Sox are in the current state that they're in. They're going to want to shake things up a bit to get creative and revolutionary. And credit to them for trying something new, but I think they're just going backwards here with this one. So an opposing player just had a pop-up, one of the easiest outs to get in baseball, hit his face. The first thing the Royals should be doing in this situation is challenging the White Sox to literally just play baseball. See if they can field one play. And the Royals, understanding this, put down a bunt. Next pitch, White Sox continue to prove they can't make plays. It's a good bunt, no need to even bother trying to throw him out. Kyle Isbell hit a home run earlier in this game. This time pops it up, and the White Sox get fortunate here because even if they drop the ball again, it's an automatic out on the infield fly rule. So 1 out, up comes Jonathan India. Again, no need to do anything grand, just put the ball in play. The White Sox making any sort of defensive play at this point is like asking Helen Keller to talk, and look at you while she does. Ground ball up the middle, and
He tried it.
game is tied. Bobby Witt comes up and gives one a ride, and Luis Robert can't even catch a meaningless out. Now, even if he does, the runner at third could crawl home for the winning run anyway. That's why it's meaningless, but still a funny and fitting way to end things, considering the White Sox just completely forgot how getting outs worked in this last inning. Now, usually, there could be a joke here about how the other Chicago team is better, and thank God you're not the White Sox, which they are better by a lot. Cubs are a good team so far this year. But the Cubs saw what the White Sox did and said, screw it, we're committing to this. We're standing by our fellow Chicago team sides. South side, north side, black, white, we're all going to suck tonight. Heartwarming stuff, really. So the Cubs, like the Royals, are also red hot right now, but the Giants began this game with a vengeance. They jump out early in the second inning for 2 runs before K-Pop Barry Bonds sends one into the Wrigley Field bleachers. Miguel Amaya goes deep in the third for a 2-run homer, and John Birdie drives one home, but going into the ninth, the Giants were still on top, now 5-3. Leadoff walk. Again, starting an inning by walking someone is like asking Harvey Weinstein to be in charge of human resources. Dansby Swanson strikes out, but then another walk. First and second, Justin Turner grounds one through the hole and right. A run scores. Yastrzemski bobbles it in right. It's 5-4. Runners on first and third. Still only 1 out. Ian Happ had one thing in mind. Swing. He fouls off 4 straight pitches before whiffing at the last one. Giants are just an out away from still hanging on before Kyle Tucker does what Happ did, just better. Rocket up the middle, first pitch, base hit, tie game before Seiya Suzuki comes up to strike out. So shout out Giants pitching. They strike out the side in the ninth. So it looks like the Cubs were about to have some wild come from behind win, but it was around this time when the baseball gods decided to rope them in with the White Sox. Nobody scores in the 10th inning, despite the Cubs having runners on second and third with 1 out. Pete Crow Armstrong strikes out before Dansby Swanson smokes a ball right to Matt Chapman. Cubs have had some weird games at Wrigley Field so far this year, and this falls right under that category. 9 Giants come up to the plate before the Cubs even record a single out, and by the time they do, it's 12-5. Then just for shits and giggles, the Giants add 2 more to make it 14-5. They score 9 runs in the 11th inning. 12 Giants come up to bat, and for the Cubs, they go down 1-2-3 because of course they do. Ian Happ ends the game doing the exact same thing he did earlier. It's like someone dared him to never take a pitch again. Foul, swing and a miss, ball game over. I'd love to see the reaction of the people seeing the score for the first time, thinking, oh wow, the Giants went off, what a blowout. And then they realize the context of how that happened. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Love you. Bye.